Hey everybody, welcome to the Bullshit Party. Happy April Fools. And in this special April 1st edition of the Is It Worth It video series, presented by the Bullshit Party, we're gonna be taking a closer look at the new podium vehicle and ultimately answering the question, is it worth it or not? And in case you're wondering, yes, this is the Italy RSX, considered by most the fastest vehicle in the entire game. We're gonna be going over its exterior, its interior, the way it handles, perform, and customizes in Los Santos customs, and then we're gonna compare the stock version to the upgraded one. And with that short and sweet introduction out of the way, let's get started with the 360 around the vehicle while I throw a couple of facts your way. Its usual sell price is 3.5 million, or if you've unlocked the trade-in price, 2.6. Basically, it ain't cheap is what I'm saying. And it was released at the end of 2020 with the Cayo Perico heist update. And yes, of course I bought it then, I reviewed it then, but we're talking about the podium vehicle version now. But in any case, if you want to see my original review of the vehicle, keep in mind that it was snowing when I made it, I'm gonna link it right here in case you want to watch it. All in all, it's a pretty cool looking car, and believe it or not, this is gonna be my first time driving it under normal conditions. Last time, when I bought it, it was snowing out and I haven't driven it since. Okay, so the exterior was great and the interior, as I believe I said in the original video, is unique to this car. And great, it also has an engine. With that, it's time to see what type of drivetrain the vehicle has, although I already know that since I've had it before. The point is that this is an educational video and I wanted to showcase it. And with that minor bump, it's time to make a very legal U-turn and go to Los Santos Customs and see what we can customize on this. Now, this is gonna be literally my first time experiencing the vehicle. Even though I've had it before, as I said, it was snowing when I got it, and I haven't driven it since. And before you ask, no, I'm not gonna watch my original video to hear my thoughts on it. So I'm gonna be forming my opinion on what I see here in front of me. And what I see in front of me is very good. And this concerns the stock version of the vehicle that I'm driving right now, and it honestly kind of feels upgraded. See, as of recent, I haven't driven a lot of new vehicles and this one just feels fantastic. Acceleration's great, the top speed I can already tell is one of the best in the game, and even though you probably can't tell from my driving, the traction and cornering are also great. And I can't stress this enough, it's incredibly cool to have a car with a hydraulic spoiler. Rockstar, please make more of them, cause I really like them. And what would you know, we are at Los Santos Customs and let's do something different this time. Let's get in style. Okay, so forget you saw that and let's just make a very legal U-turn and get in the normal way. And for the people telling me that I don't actually win the vehicles and just buy them, you are actually right on this one. Oh no, wait, you're not. But anyway, $10,000 is what you could expect to make if you want to sell this. If you want to sell it, for whatever reason. But anywho, as you guys know, I like to upgrade all the performance stuff first and then go over customizing. This allows me to skim over everything and blah blah, I've said it a million times at this point. And oh goody, we can start customizing, and I can say that customizing this one is a treat. See, unlike most of the vehicles released on the podium, this one is brand new, which means it has a lot of customization. And even though there is one particular vehicle that I'm not gonna name that came from the same DLC that you can't even adjust the height right on, the RSX totally makes up for that. Honestly, I can't say enough good things about this vehicle, and we're not even done customizing it. Heck, we haven't even seen how it does with all the performance options upgraded. And as you can see, we're customizing the hood now, and you have a plethora of different hood options. And in case you haven't been paying attention, I'm trying to put as much carbon as I can on this one. More carbon, more better. Unless you're Han Solo. And speaking of Han Solo, it's time to go over the liveries. Nah, you know what guys? I don't like pronouncing it that way. It's called liveries. And speaking of the liveries, these are all the different ones that you can choose for the RSX. And I gotta say, as far as liveries go, these aren't bad. But I'd always prefer a clean looking car. And once again, it's just really cool to see all these different customization options. The wheels, the mirrors. Did I just say the wheels? Yeah, that's really cool, being able to upgrade the wheels. I'm sorry guys, I haven't drank coffee today. Let me fix that. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I think I found out the secret to other GTA YouTubers. Drink a stupid amount of coffee, remove your mic filter, and shout into the mic as much as you can. And also turn the game knob all the way up. Now, I'm joking, but in all honesty, most of the people sound overmodulated on this platform. What's wrong with you? Buy a mic filter, or even better, stop shouting into the mic. Or if you feel compelled to do so, do it at a distance. So that was my rant for this one. See you guys next time. So we're gonna go back to the video at hand. You know, the one that you're actually watching and should be paying attention to. Something that I want to mention here is that the car already has a full traction bar. So regardless of what spoiler option you go with, you're not gonna increase it at least visibly any further. But as I said before we actually got in Los Santos Customs, I really like hydraulic spoilers on vehicles. So you can probably guess which option I'm gonna go with. That said, if you don't like hydraulic spoilers, there are so many other options to go with. Or if you don't like options, just get the Toreador. Ah, dang it. Promised myself I wasn't gonna mention that vehicle anymore. What? What's that? Okay, bye! Don't let the door hit you too hard on the way out. And also, that's not true. I don't only complain. Wait, what's that? Hey! What are you kids doing on my lawn? Huh. Hopefully the mic didn't pick that up. But back to the video. As I said before, podium vehicles have certain benefits. In the case of this one, these particular rims can only be found on the podium vehicle. You can't customize them otherwise. But since I wanted my vehicle to be unique and my own, I decided to go with another pair of rims. And after choosing the Obey RS, I just wanted to showcase the tire design options we have available for the RSX because a lot of people have been asking for it in the comment section. And I'm not impressed, to be honest. And before we even get to the tint, I want to say that this vehicle does tint correctly. The engine bay plexiglass thing stays clear regardless of which tint option you go with. And we're at that part of the video where we see what color we need to make this week's car. What do I mean by that? Every week I do a poll in which I ask you guys what color do you want me to make the car in this video right now that you're watching on Thursday. And even though some of the polls don't really make sense, like this one right here, you guys voted and you picked pizza for this week's color. Mamma mia, pizza. Oh no, I already did that bit. But apparently, as we saw in the last time you guys chose pizza for the color, pizzas are creamy white. I'll give you creamy white. And no, you can't be offended by that comment because it comes from Google. Baloney. Anyhow, just because GT Online doesn't really have a creamy white color, I was forced to compromise. And among all colors, I think you'll agree with me that the one that looks most like creamy white is bleached brown. So that's gonna be the primary color for this. And as I said before, even though not every single poll is gonna make sense, thank you to everybody that voted. And if you don't see the polls, that's probably because you're not subscribed to the channel. Which is okay, a lot of people aren't apparently. But if you want to cast your vote on next week's poll, maybe you should subscribe. Go ahead, subscribe. And I know what you guys are thinking, and no, Bullsheep didn't lose his mind. I'm just looking for a cool secondary color, and I think yellow is gonna be it. And even though I completely mismatched everything, spoiler, I think that the final result is gonna speak for itself. Let me just put it another way. I think the RSX is one of the best looking vehicles in the game, and it's very difficult to make it look bad. But at the same time, you probably know at this point not to overestimate me. What? Anyway, the final thing we're gonna do before we exit Los Santos Customs is change the color of the rims. And if you think they look good now, wait till you see them in the sunlight, in all their mismatched beauty. And after all the wait and anticipation, here we are finally on the outside. And I don't know about you guys, but I think the vehicle looks a little bit different under the sunlight. Was that? That's just me? Alrighty then. I can definitely say that I don't remember it being this rusty when we went in, but then again we did change a couple of things. As for the way it behaves and performs, well, it's a lot more slipperier. Almost feels like a different vehicle. What's that I hear you saying, viewer? But Bullsheep, you can't pull a fast one on us. It is a different vehicle. Well, right you are, viewer. And while we're on that subject, happy April Fools. Video done, bye. You still here? Alrighty then, let me just make this a Bullsheep moment. There we go. And it's time to actually call the original vehicle and get into it to tell you my impressions of it. And don't you just love the interactivity menu of this game? Now where's Lester? Anyway, sometime later when I finally was able to get a hold of the original vehicle, here is what I want to say about it. It's great, it's great, it's great. Go buy it, get it for free, do whatever you can, but get your hands on it. I really have been trying to keep a poker face throughout the entire video, but really, it's awesome. The acceleration's amazing, the handling's great. I mean, look at what I can do with it. And that's me driving it. The car looks awesome, the customization's great, and it's very durable apparently. As I've said before, I don't look at charts and graphs to see how vehicles stack up against each other, but I can definitely say that this is, if not the fastest, definitely one of the top 3 fastest vehicles in the entire game, not to mention one of the best handling ones. And I know what you're gonna say, and I promise you I wasn't crashing on purpose. Not even that time. Or that time. So that basically brings us to the conclusion of the RSX Is It Worth It video. Is it worth it? Yes. Is it worth it for racing? Yes. Is it worth it for free roam? Yes. Is it worth it if you're hungry? No, I don't think so. But that's not the point of the video. It's totally worth even the insanely expensive asking price. But if you're watching this video in the week it was released, then this is the current podium vehicle, which means that you can get it for free. And honestly, that's a no-brainer. And with that, thank you to everybody that watched this video. And just as a last reminder, the Bullshit Party is now on Patreon. If you want to join, it's $1 a month, and I'll be making additional reviews of discounted content every week. We're also gonna do live streams, polls, but all in good time. The extra vehicle I'm gonna be reviewing this week is the Nagasaki Outlaw. So, be there or be square. Once again, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you liked the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, go check out the Patreon, and I'm out. I mean, I'll catch you in the next one. Great, and I'm lost.